In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare she can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I should have titled this Spiritual Soul Sunday. It's all right. It is what it is. Well, it is what it is. This is Spiritual Soul Sunday. This is your message for how to start your week off, which is why I have the Spiritual Soul Sundays. How is everyone doing? How are you all doing? Hi, Jenny G. How are you? I'm not sure if anybody is getting my notices anymore. Usually I get my own notices, but they don't seem to be showing up. And once again, I think they're not showing up because it might have something to do with the Lego movies, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. But it's okay. One thing's for sure, you guys will find my videos later, so I'm not worried. How are you, Jenny G? I'm always being punished for something. All things Trump, YouTube punishes me for. So you know who's on the Trump team, and I am not. Anywho, we have a Spiritual Soul Sunday, and whether you are here or not or watching it later, it's still going to be one of the greatest messages that you could absorb for today, because a lot of people have soul contracts that are hard to break. Some of you, hi, beloved. Beloved, did you get a message? I need to know because I didn't get my own message. I feel like people aren't getting messages right now. Um, I feel like people have these soul contracts that are hard to break. And although you all may believe that I'm talking about intimate relationship contracts, that is not the only soul contracts that you have. You have soul contracts with your siblings. You have soul contracts with your children. You have soul contracts with your living. And have you all ever been in a place where you just want to say, stop, stop, full stop? I can't do this anymore. Have you ever been in that place? And let's go beyond intimate relationships, because when it's intimate and it's intercourse, then there's this belief system that it's hard, right? Because why? Women, especially, many men though, but women especially fall. They fall through sex. Um, I would prefer that you empower yourself through sex. That's what I would prefer, not fall. Okay? That means when you have sex, you don't fall in love, you just enjoy it. Just give yourself a chance to just enjoy it without wanting the emotional bond that you need as women. It's very common. This is how we're built. And I'm certainly not asking you to be more man-like, but I am insisting that you respect how you're built, and that every once in a while, the way you're built needs to be augmented, right? And respect that. Respect the part of you that needs changing. So it would be like if you're an alcoholic, you were not built to be an alcoholic. That's not what your body was designed to do and consume, right? But if that's something that you have incorporated into a consistent habit and it is no longer working for you, then you have to what? Release it. Like you have to, if you are going to what? Survive. Same thing goes with soul contracts, especially when it comes to intercourse. We pull in the energy, women, when I say we pull in the energy as if it's love being plugged into you. But it's not. It's a place of enjoyment. So if you just learn to enjoy it, and the outcome could be, thank you, that was enjoyable. Instead of thinking that the outcome should be emotional connection, emotional love. Hey, hi, where you going? Where you going? Huh? Where? To the bathroom. To where? Your mama knows? Your mama said it's okay? Okay. These kids. Ooh, 12-year-old. I don't know how old he is. 12, 11. I don't know. This age bracket scares me. He has no idea. I'm looking at him like this now. Like I'm side-eyeing everything, because it's like you almost don't know your grandchild or your child when they turn into that double digit. 10, fine. 11, fine. That 12, 13, 14 digit. Any case. Hi, Infinite. How are you? Hi, Tracy and viewers. How are you? So it's really important to understand that we sometimes creates a soul contract that was what? Never there. And we do it through what? Intercourse. Now, the other way to create a soul contract is emotionally. So if you have a connection with someone and that connection is consistent without any intercourse, we could still believe the longevity that the end result is going to be intimacy, intercourse. So we'll keep a relationship going without it because all the romantic things are being done. And so sometimes that could be worse, actually, because then the build-up to it is all fantasy, not actuality. But there are components. Bye. I don't like one of the kids that he's playing with, and I don't like one of them kids he's playing with. Mm-mm-mm. I don't like it. In any case, he will survive. That much I can tell you. Anywho, let's get back to you guys. Happy Sunday. Not that serious. Hi, happy Sunday. So sometimes we have an emotional soul contract that could be harder to break because an emotional contract means that you, of course, I can't think now, right? Hold on, I can't. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I just wanted to lay down some rules about respect and how to respect one another. And it doesn't really matter. Like, I'm not the mama in the group, so I really have to watch my boundaries. And I'm not trying to be the mama. But Ezra told me something the other day, and I was like the mama bear. Have you ever seen a female lion? And the father disrespects one of the babies, and that mother lion walks up to him and she looks him dead in the face and she stares him down and she ain't done with him. She smacks him. Yes, she does. So that feeling came out. Not to smack anybody, because as Ezra told me, violence is never the answer, Dory. And I didn't want to tell him I believe in violence, but I didn't want to tell him that because I have to watch my boundaries. Anywho, sometimes an emotional connection can be deadly because that's what's hard to break, the emotional connection, not the one you create during intercourse. The one you create during intercourse is manipulation. So a man uses his sexual prowess like a prostitute to get you. So when a man wants to lay you down very quickly, you are being manipulated. I promise you. I promise you. But if if you take your time hoping for the outcome to be more exact, meaning towards love, there still could be that component where the guy is like lying in wait, right? And who's going to win this battle, right? And if the guy has the ability to wait, there are conditions that he doesn't want you to know anyway. So if a guy has ability to wait, he probably has a, tiny penis. A true story. If he has the ability to wait, he's probably dating somebody else. True story. Sorry. I'm going to just tell you the truth at this point. But I think the point that I'm trying to get to is that when you fall, and you fall hard, and then it gets to the point where I'm not taking care of my emotional needs, I'm not taking care of myself, and you really want to break the soul contract. And I say really in a way where it becomes absolutely necessary. I can tell you right now, most soul contracts in relationships are violent, and the signs of violence are there. So, the small signs is somebody grabbing your hand, grabbing your arm, controlling whether or not you can go out with your girlfriends. I'm sorry, those are violent examples. You're not anyone's child. Your partner is not your daddy. I mean, you might want to call him daddy, but he better not act like daddy. And daddy stopped being daddy when you turned 18. So your daddy is like, don't do that. Um, but you might want to call him daddy. Like, I don't see anything wrong with that. Um, but in most cases, you will find yourself in a position of growing into violence. Damn, I knew he was going to leave. There was a man in the room where the kids were playing, and I was like, oh, I feel so much better that he's in there. So I just went in to say to Ezra and the other little boy, keep it clean, keep it quiet, keep it respectful. And now he went to another room. All right, well, the boys are on their own. They're going to learn. Hi, Ayana. How are you? So, we're going to talk about soul contracts, and the videos are all over the place. All right. So, I was trying to stay focused in the videos where you care about you, but it might jump around. And if it does jump around, we'll deal with it. We'll work on it. So, is this the first one up? Let me make sure. No, it's not. This is the first one up. Let me go over that one more time. I'm just going to speak it into existence, just in case we have anyone that listens to me that is hard of hearing. So let's do it one more time. 5 life signs your soul country to becoming twin. Body and you're losing situations, friendship, relationships, jobs are falling away. You feel indifferent about things that passion for career, relationship is fading, not fail. Contract ending. You're experiencing intense ways, great anger, nostalgia. Seems to not aware these emotions are becoming present to conflicts and break. You feel called to revisit old memories or forgive or from budget regrets come back to the surface. Sensitive and your strength makes of excitement and uncertainty. Feels like can't see anything yet. I don't know if anyone has ever experienced a breakup, and I want to be really careful. I am not talking about death and dying, but it feels the same way. This is not about someone that's already passed. That is an automatic breakage or closure. I'm talking about your best friend of 30 years that you've had to come to an agreement within yourself that we are not the same. And how sad does that feel? In a weird kind of way, when you break up with a friend, especially with a friend that you've known all your life, and you no longer connect, one sign is that this would have been an ongoing thing for like 5 years, right? There are signs already there that was trying to tell you that you and your friend have not been connecting already. It's okay if you couldn't see it, but it always comes to a head where you have to acknowledge it and feel the feels. Because the only reason why it was delayed 5 years is because I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to see it. This is my best friend of years, so she must be going through something. She's going through a divorce. She lost her job. It could be any number of things. When in actuality, she just didn't want to be your friend anymore, in spite of losing something that's going on with her. And that feels like a death. When you have that long history with someone, and then the motions of having to call them at a particular hour, having to check in on them, all of that just flatlines. And that's hurtful. And that is something that is okay for you to deal with. Learn to deal and respect is a key word when someone wants to walk away from you. And that includes in intimate relationships. Learn to respect the other person. You do not have a right to hold on to anyone emotionally, physically. Sometimes when someone threatens you and they're like, I'm going to leave, you're going to have to say, okay. I don't care how much you're screaming inside, please don't. You're going to have to look outwardly and say, I respect that. And then help them pack their bags. The fuck? Hi, Black Coffee No Cream. How are you, sweetie? Let's play the next one. Oh, I have this one already. I'm going to put it down.
Yourself is always in a state of reviewing, releasing, and reconciling soul contracts. Soul contracts are not these permanent things that bind you to certain people and situations. They are simply tools for your soul to learn, grow, and expand via experience. But it doesn't mean that those experiences are fixed. As you become more aware, you can choose the experiences you want to have to accomplish learning the same lessons. So this is how you can start consciously shifting the energy around a soul contract. The first step is to accept that there's something here that your soul desires to learn. So don't be in resistance. Simply ask, what am I learning? Once you feel clear on what you're learning, you can thank your reflection. Once you thank your reflection, you are no longer operating in the dark as a victim of your experience. So now the energy can shift and your higher self can arrange a new set of experiences that reflect this new empowered version of you. Thanking your reflection for mirroring back to you what you either needed to heal or master not only sets you free, but grants you access to a higher range of experiences.
That's really good. I love what she said. That part. Yes, that is so good. That part. Hi, Wandeep. How are you? That was so good. I hope you guys are taking lessons and writing this stuff down, but the video will always be on.
If the soul isn't here to be healed? What if all this talk about healing isn't medicine but a distraction? Maybe the soul isn't a wounded child begging for peace. Maybe it's a field of experience, raw, ancient, and unpredictable, a mirror for the universe to taste itself through you. See, in the occult teachings, the soul doesn't crave safety, it craves evolution. Death, energy, chaos, betrayal, madness. It's a part of curriculum. We sign soul contracts, not spa packages. And while we're out here chasing alignment, your soul might be dragging you through breakdowns on purpose, not to punish but to reshape. In esoteric systems, this isn't called healing. Individuation, the violent splitting from the collective. To become a force, not a follower. So what if the trauma didn't break you? What if just activated your contract? Not everyone came here to ascend. Some came here to destroy old timelines, to carry shadows, to disturb the grid. And maybe the soul doesn't need to be fixed. Maybe it just needs to be remembered.
Oh, is anybody else feeling what I'm feeling in terms of understanding that healing and soul contracts are aligned, but not necessarily? Hold on a second. Fucking kids. Okay, so the kids are playing, but there's a pool table. You're privileged kids. It's just ridiculous. There's a pool table in the clubhouse, but I could see the clubhouse from where I'm sitting. I don't want to go in there. I really don't, because I'm just going to chase them out. So I don't want to chase them out. They got one more time for me to see something. I'm just going to pack up and go in there. In any case, I see one of the kids, not mine. See? Now Ezra's watching me. Yeah, watch me. Take the pool and bang it on something. And I'm like, That's something Ezra's mama is going to have to pay for. Not Ezra's mama, because I'm a witness. It's the other kid with the red hair. Think I should tell his mom? Because it's not my job. Like, I'm so, like, nervous right now. But I went up there and I was like, that pool stick is not for this. It's not. Oh, my God. Okay. Think I should tell his mom? Let me just tell his mom. This is not my job. I have to know what my job is. And my nerves are bad now. Now I can't do my show. My nerves are bad. All right. These kids are ruining my show. And it's okay. This too I will survive. On to the next. Prayer that exposes every hidden contract. Prayer that exposes every hidden contract against your destiny. Father, and I'm assuming this is Father God, or some of us now say Mother God or Mother Father God, because there's no guarantee that God is a male. Father, expose every secret agreement, spoken curse, evil covenant, or special contract that could be magic, made against my destiny, knowingly or unknowingly. I cancel every document of darkness with the blood of Jesus. I decree freedom, vindication, and divine restoration. No agreement made in shadows will hold power over my life. My destiny is released, protected, and unstoppable. Amen. That's nice, right? I love that. Don't be afraid to say that out loud. Hi, Noel. How you doing? Don't be afraid to say this out loud. And I even want to challenge you all to say it out loud for 30 days. before you go to bed. I would challenge you all to do something like that. Speak this type of affirmation before you go to bed. Because I get a lot of readings where people are like, Tracy, there's black magic on me. And to me personally, and y'all know, y'all have read with me, I could give two shits if there's black magic on you. You want to know the truth about black magic? There's probably black magic on your generations. Generations. All right? Somebody in the South did somebody to somebody years ago. And so you wonder why this is a continuous thing in your family. That is possibly a curse. Some curses come through the pathway of birth, right? Not everything is meant for sacred divine enlightenment. Sometimes you can come through with a curse. And so it's a good idea to start a practice of cutting that curse. You know what's the best way to cut a curse? Is to believe the curse is not on you. That's why whenever y'all come to me and you're like, Tracy, I feel cursed. Tracy, I feel cursed. I go, nope, you're not cursed. A curse literally means you're making bad choices, right? That's what a curse is. From a non-magical, non-black magic thing. You're making bad choices. Every time you bring a relationship back in, expecting for something to be different, that's called insanity. That's not a curse. That's called a choice. That's not a curse. Curses sometimes could mean how cancer runs through the line. That could be an energetic, actual curse that's running through your family, but even that can be cut. Even that type of black magic that somebody might have put in the ground or something. But for the most part, that's not what people have. Most people have a belief system in black magic. And to me, that is the most shameful part about your living. To believe in black magic more than you would believe in the power of Yeshua. And trusting Yeshua. And trusting that sometimes when God is there and you're going through something in your intimate relationships, in your families, and God is like, you can stop this. You can stop this. But it hurts you to stop it, doesn't it? It hurts you to stop your intimate partner. It hurts you to stop your family. But what if that's the very thing God is asking you to do? Because that is a curse that you brought upon you. No one did that to you. And taking the emotional energy that you would use to argue with somebody in the first damn place, take that emotional energy and make a decision to release someone. Let them go. And then be consistent upon that. Because it's not about teaching anybody a lesson when you let them go. It's forever. It's forever and a day. Because I can tell you that most people that take advantage of you, that's all they know how to do. Lie, manipulate, take advantage, and repeat. So at some point, you just have to stop it. You have to say, you gotta go. If it's your family, sometimes with some aunts and uncles, you just gotta be like, oh, I'm done. Sometimes when it's your mama or your daddy, sometimes like not being graphic isn't to your best interest because God does design us to be respectful. He asks that of us. And so sometimes we just have to say, yeah, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not coming to Thanksgiving dinner, which is my worst. I hate Thanksgiving dinner, but for other reasons, not because of family. My Thanksgiving dinners with family were actually very fun, but except one person in the family always tries to ruin that shit. That bitch was like a mess. But she wasn't always at all the Thanksgiving dinners, so that made a big difference. But at some point, you just kind of go, yeah, I'm not coming. Are you coming for Christmas? No, I remember the last time I was at Christmas, nobody gave me a Christmas gift, so I'm repeating that for y'all to continuously take it. No, I'm not coming. No, well, what are you going to do for Christmas? I'm staying home. Where's your son going to be? With his father. And I'm staying home. Oh, you ain't got no man in your life? Like they start going like in that direction. It's like, yeah, no, I don't. But I won't be at Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Thank you. No emotions. Thank you, sweetie. Oh, look at you thinking about me. Thank you. Hi, Money Positive. Hi, Carlito. How are you both? So we're talking about soul contracts and what they look like and how to release some soul contracts. And it doesn't mean intimate relationships. It could mean children, mother, father, relatives. It could be your job. Back in the day, in my dad's age bracket, they had soul contracts with their job. They would never think not to be married to their job. That I found that disgusting. Because if a job starts to bother me, I'm out. I'm going to figure out a way to get out. I promise you, I'm going to start looking for a job. I'm not dealing with any of that, not even with a job. You know what, Money Positive? No emotion is the key. That means you've got to check your emotions. That means you can't have anger, you can't scream, you can't yell, you can't put your heart into a conversation with someone that's manipulating you 24/7. And when you say something like, yeah, get out, or change the locks, or mean it. Mean it. You can't even go back and be like, I told you I was going to do this. You can't have these conversations. Be done. Be done. And mean it from your heart. Because the bottom line with a lot of these soul contracts is that you are not taking care of you. And they're ruining your mental health, which means they're ruining your high blood pressure, they're ruining your cholesterol, they're ruining the stress. Half the times you don't get stress at your job and you need a soul contract to give you more stress. Make it make sense, because it doesn't. I'm not doing it. I had to learn this, though. And upon learning this, where am I today? Very much by myself. Happy. Not complaining. I don't need anybody to call me. Like, I'm not complaining. I've got my friends in the Caribbean. And every once in a while, when they piss me off, I go quiet. I go quiet because I always remember my soul contract to me. I matter. Yes. See, Money Positive be knowing me. You said no emotion when telling family what time it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. No emotions. Be done with it. I had to have a conversation with my son on Mother's Day, and I was very happy to have this conversation because I've never really canceled my son, but it was time for him to get canceled. I was like, I'm done. I'm done, and I'm tired. I'm not doing this with you anymore. And short of saying goodbye, because I don't feel like that was something I had to say, because remember, he's spiritual, so it's implied. What I've noticed is that when he calls his son and I'm there, nothing. I don't say, when I say nothing, I don't say, I made the mistake and I was like, who are you talking to? Because I could hear Ezra talked, different, had different pep in his tone. And he goes, Dad, quiet, quiet. I'm not getting involved in a father-son situation, and I'm certainly not going to step in as mother. Nope, I just stay quiet. And he has called his son, and quiet. And I like it like that. Period. It is difficult. That's why we're having this conversation, because it is difficult. It is a muscle to be exercised. Do you know how long it took you to be manipulated into this situation? Years. Years. If you're having a problem with your children, they've been manipulating you since God knows how long. Years. Same thing with intimate relationship. It takes a long time before you recognize you're not taking care of you. And then to try and break that is like trying to break, what's a good example? Trying to break a soul contract that loves feeding off of you is like trying to take a mole on your face off by yourself. You will get infected. It will hurt. It will bleed. It'll swell up. You will be forced to go to a doctor. And the doctor will say to you, what the hell did you do? So I believe in medical intervention. That means if you need counseling before you conquer breaking off of the soul contract, then do it. Because it does take practice. My son is damn near, actually, I don't know how old he is anymore. That's how much I stopped caring for him. So I'm going to say, I could add it up, but I really don't want to. 3, 4, 5, 6? No, 8. Oh, he's going to be 37 this year. 37. Had to add it up. I don't watch it. Oh. Frankie just responded to me. Thank God. Oh, these kids. What do you mean, money positive? That's the gag. What does that mean? And I love having these conversations. And I know my channel tends to go a little long, but I'm okay with that because what I have to teach you can't be in a 1-minute IG post. That's not going to happen. But I do like the 1-minute IG posts because what those posts are doing is getting inside your head, constantly reminding you, do you need to break a soul contract? Next post. Do you need to break a soul contract? Next 3 posts. Do you need to break a soul contract? And it's like, boom, now the algorithms are working to your advantage. That's the gag. Oh, yes, that's the gag. How long the manipulation went on. That's the hurtful part. Because usually, don't you find out that when you break up with someone and you start recall memory of the relationship and you go back to the beginning, is when you start to say to yourself, my God, that person did that 10 years ago. Why didn't I notice it? Here's what I'm going to tell you about why you don't notice things. Sometimes that is God too. I feel like if God wants certain children to come through you, then God will make you not see certain things. I remember in my marriage, there were things before my marriage, I should have broke up with that nigga. Before my marriage, I should have just, first of all, I didn't even want children. Let's just start there. That's the God's honest truth. I did not want children. And then I got pregnant and it miscarried. And I was so happy that I miscarried. And that was weird for my age bracket. Like, who would be happy about a miscarriage? Me. I was like, oh my God, that's such a relief. And then I decided to have a child, but I decided to have a child based upon my feelings, not based upon the universe accidentally giving me a child. So when I lost the first child, I was like, "Ooh, Lord have mercy, I love this." My ex-husband at the time, he cried like a baby. Oh, I lost a child. Like, were you going through the pain for 2 weeks? I had 2 weeks of pain and blood clots the size of a watermelon. That's what a miscarriage feels like, depending upon how far along you are. I don't know how far along I was, but let me tell you something. Nothing was more painful. And thank God. How good is God? Because when I had my son, no labor pains. I experienced no labor pains. My miscarriage was the worst ever. Who's experienced miscarriages? It's the worst. Anywho, I respect abortions more than I respect a random miscarriage. Don't do it. Tell your body, calm down, because that shit hurts. An abortion, you can survive that. All right? They give you some pills, some medicine, boom, 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 it's done. This miscarriage, oh my God, it hurts so bad. The blood clots, the towels you had to put down, you kept bleeding through everything. You had to lay down for 2 weeks. Couldn't get up. There's no such thing as eating. Why eat? It's just going to come out in blood. Oh my God, it was terrible, just terrible. Anywho. All right. Let's get on to the next one. You guys know I go off on a tantrum. I don't even know why.
Longer spiritual women are single, the more karmic contracts they repel, which basically means the more isolated you are, the higher your standards are. A lot of spiritual women will first undergo their awakenings through very toxic, narcissistic, psychopathic dynamics. On top of this, you'll undergo a lot of unavailable people because you're here to learn how to not abandon yourself. These dynamics also help you master your power and are catalysts into your calling. For a lot of spiritual women, after you come out of these relationships, you undergo a period of the void. And it's through the abstinence of filling your time with people who are just distractions or warm bodies, just so you're not bored. This is actually where you dissolve the most karma. Because in this isolation, you're actually mastering your emotions. When you don't have anyone or anything around you to escape or regulate, you are becoming the operant power of your life. You're not outsourcing your happiness thinking that it's going to come through a relationship. You're just creating your dream reality and aligning with your soul's calling, which means the more lonely or fucked up your love life has been, the higher the divine union you're calling in. We clear these energetic ties by undergoing karmic relationships and through isolation. And what happens is the more comfortable you are vibing alone and the higher your standards are, the more repelled you are by people who don't match you on an energetic, spiritual, mental, physical level. Your soul will repel mediocrity the longer you stay single.
Whew. I used to have a boss that used to say to me, don't date women after 45. And I would be like, what? That doesn't make sense. He goes, nope. Women after 45 do not put up with the bullshit. And I thought, oh, that's me. And he goes, I know. Oh my God. Happy birthday, Money Positive. Where did Taurus come from? Did we talk about horoscopes? Oh my God. I'm talking about birthdays. There's someone very special to me. Birthday today. And I don't know if I'm going to get this early. I don't know if I'm going to get a message through. Let me see something. I guess I'm blocked. I don't even know. I'm probably blocked. Oh, let me see. Maybe not. Maybe these seem old. All right. I do need y'all's advice because my grandbaby turned 6 today. Oh, little girl turned 6. I think I'm blocked from her mommy. I guess. I don't know. All of this is too exhausting, and so is my son. They're all exhausting. This is my son's wife, and they're now getting a divorce. And maybe I shouldn't tell you that because that started a whole conflict when I told you all they were sick with COVID and asked for your prayers. You know them two son of a gun stopped talking to me for 2 years. So now I'm telling you about their divorce. Maybe they'll really never talk to me. In any case, it's my granddaughter's birthday. But I don't know. It's so hard to make an effort when you know people don't like you. Don't you think so? Oh, here it is. So let me see. If she posted something, then I'll say something. Hopefully she'll post something. If she posts something, then I'll add to it. And I can't tell that she didn't like me. I could just tell together. So maybe it was an influence of my son. I don't know. But if she posts something, then I'll figure out how to post it as well. I'll figure it out. All right. Hi, I am Kimberly. How are you? Oh no, it turns out she didn't block me. She must have had 2 pages. So I was looking under her. Let me see. I was looking under. Oh, I'm confused. I was looking under her last name, but this one has her maiden name as well. But this is the more recent one because there's a post here about Mother's Day, and her picture's different. So turns out she didn't block me. So thank God. But could she have blocked me? Yeah. I mean, when there's pillow talk and you have a problem with your son, the wife tends to agree with the son, the man that she's married. So who knows? But it turns out she didn't block me. So good for her. If that is good for her. I don't want to create any levels of differences. All of it is fine. Whatever's going on, it's fine. But it turns out they're getting a divorce. And so, sometimes when they get a divorce, then they get mad at the mom. And meanwhile, I would have been like, bitch, like, he's a fuck up. I would have said that to her. But she didn't want to hear it. So I couldn't offer, and I had hope. I had hope that maybe she was the one that could make a big difference. I had hoped. But the answer to that is no. No. It's up to him, and he's not reading any spiritual memos. Anywho, on to the next. I can't have this be about my son because it's ridiculous. I don't even know what I said funny, but something was funny there. Oh my God, it's just exhausting. Having children is exhausting. So those of you that've got amazing relationships with your children, I'm jealous and so happy for you. And God bless you. I think I have a child that is a constant actor and stays in that space, which means he's a constant liar and stays in that space and doesn't know how to be authentic. That's what I believe I have. And I'm just tired. I'm tired. So, but I don't know what I said that was so funny, but thank you for taking it light. All right, next up. And these are no in particular order. I never organize my work that way.
I've seen this video. Watch this one right here.
Don't go to sleep tonight until you tell God these 3 things. And the third one, it is going to settle your spirit tonight. First, say this: God, I give you everything that has been weighing heavy on me. The things that I didn't say out loud, the thoughts that I kept replaying in my mind, and the moments that didn't sit right in my spirit. I'm not going to carry that into my sleep. If it is too heavy for me, then it was never mine to hold. And then second, tell God thank you for what you protected me from, the things that I didn't even see, the seen and the unseen, things that could have gone left, but it didn't, doors that you kept closed, situations that you covered me in, even on the days that I may not notice it. You, God, you are still covering me. And then third, I want you to tell him this: God, I trust you with what is ahead. Tomorrow, next week, what I don't understand, and what I have been trying to figure out on my own. I release the need to control it, and I release the fear that surrounds it. And I'm going to choose to rest knowing that you, God, you are already in my tomorrow. So tonight, I will not overthink, and I will not carry what you already promised to handle. I will rest in your peace. Psalms 55:22 tells us to cast all our cares on the Lord, and he will sustain us. If this spoke to you, don't just scroll on by. Say those 3 things to God before you close your eyes tonight. And then if you're going to give it all to him tonight, I want you to type "I release it" in the comments.
I also think that you can say, after you say all of that, I think you can say, add, show me how much better this can get. Show me. And believe that it can get better. But it also might mean releasing people, quietude, solitude, intentional quietude, intentional solitude. If you want things to get better, you got to sit with yourself. You got to like yourself. You got to reconnect with self. You got to feed yourself. Feed yourself spiritual care. Feed yourself spiritual drinks that replenish your blood, that takes care of your gut, that will take care of your kidneys, your liver. Like, you got to be by yourself and think about the very things you can do to heal. All right? Yes, not that serious. God, show me how much better things can get. I received that, right? Because trust me, it does get better. It's anything you're going through right now, I promise you it gets better. That's the good part about faith. what is it? Because I'm not very religious, faith without works. But just having enough faith and eradicating the negative thoughts and the fear. One of the things I do when I think something's wrong, and there was something that happened recently. What was it recently? I don't know if it was at my job that I was working at, and I kept saying, they'll figure it out. Like I felt like somebody was upset with me. I could feel it. And I was like, they'll figure it out. Like I'm not asking, I'm not investing. If there's a problem, it is their job to say, hey, I've got a problem here. I don't like this. If that's their job, if I don't get that conversation, I'm not going to worry about it. Like I'm good. I'm good if you're good, or I'm good if we talk. But either way, I'm going to be good. And then it turned out in the long haul, it wasn't ever about me. There was something wrong, but it wasn't ever about me. And so when they finally had the conversation with me about whatever, and I was like, oh my God, I thought you were mad at me. Then I could confess. They're like, what? I was like, yes, I thought you were mad at me, but I didn't want to approach it. So I just figured I would let you be mad at me. Like, I don't know if I was going to care about it. Oh my goodness. Here's another one.
Cancel, collapse, and dissolve every contract, agreement, and energetic tie that was formed in confusion, fear, survival, or distortion. Anything that has had access to me without my full conscious consent is now revoked. Anything that has taken from me, fed on me, watched me, or interfered with my path loses access immediately. What is not mine is removed. What was taken is returned. Clean, whole, undistorted. My field is closed to manipulation. My life is closed to interference. Only what honors me remains. I now cancel, collapse, and dissolve every contract, agreement.
Now, I really like that, and I thought I had that in writing as well. And that I would say in the mornings as opposed to the night. I don't know why. Let me see if I have something here. Nope, it's not showing. Oh, here it is. Let's open this up. Is this today? Yes. It's just another way of saying it. I bind, break, rebuke, and cancel every arrow sent to me in the blood of Jesus. I then dip it in the blood of the Lamb and send it back into the enemy's camp. It's a little dramatic, but all you have to do is say send it back. Because here's the thing, when you're doing something like this, you might have one person in mind, and there are known and unknown entities being sent to you. So you want to make sure that if you bind, break, rebuke, and cancel every arrow sent to you in the blood of Jesus, I like this, and then dip it in the blood of the Lamb and send it back. Just send it back. Like, that's enough. Because in your mind's eye, you're going to have someone when in actuality, you don't know who's doing what to you. You don't know. You don't know. So, if that's the case, then it has to be everybody. Then it has to be known and unknown. And the thing that's most important about the known and unknown, especially for spiritual people, spiritual people are always going to be under attack because spiritual people save others. So, once you can admit that you're a spiritual person, problem number one, but once you get there, then you have to understand evil does not want you, or like sometimes it's an assignment, evil doesn't want you to get to that assignment. So they will break you down. they will tear you down. And they will tear you down through your weakest components. That's your relationships. That's your children. That's your family. This is evil now. Evil will isolate you and make you feel inadequate. But if you understand that it's a spiritual battle, then you can overcome any evil. Any evil. And evil can never get to you. Or they can dance around you. They can show up, but you can easily say to evil, don't you have other people you can bother? What did Jesus say? Very calmly. And I never forgot that when reading that in the Bible. Very calmly, Jesus says, devil, get thee behind me. He was like, you fool. You keep dancing and getting up in my face like you gonna do shit. Get behind me. I'm trying to save the world over here. And you know that. So stop playing with me. You can say that to evil. And you don't have to know who the evil person is. It's actually better not to assign evil to a person. It's better. It's better to look at it as an invisible entity that is stopping your spirituality from growing. Me too, Carlito. Oh my God. When I get to, Carlito says, I don't even try to make an effort when I know or sense that someone doesn't like me, especially family. But it could be coworkers too, Carlito. And that means you do stand in your power. When you sense somebody doesn't like you, you're like, oh God, again. Here we go again. And you know you don't do things to people. Oh my God, it is so fucking annoying. And then what do? You just dodge the bullet. You don't sit at the same table, right? That happened at my job. I'm that type of person. People come for me all the time. Like you guys don't even know. Y'all see me one way. When I'm in a setting like a work environment, I'm goofy. People like to laugh at me. Once they think I'm goofy, they attach dumbness to it. And because they can't stop themselves, right? Because evil can't stop. So once they ping on me, even if I avoid them, they're coming for me. And I just know it. I got to be prepared. I'd be like, oh man, I got this bitch on my back. All right, God, work with me. I don't do nothing without God. Work with me. When I spoke to my son on Mother's Day, before I tore him apart, I said, God, help me. And so at my last job, there were two girls. One got fired so fast, it's not even funny, because I'm at the point in my spiritual power where my people come through, because I call them in. Like, you don't understand. I'm like, come to work with me. Got problems at the job. If I don't rest, you don't rest. Come to work with me and go before me. So they block all that shit. That bitch got fired so fast. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh, my peeps don't play about me. And then there was another girl. Now, she literally made fun of me. I think she called me a whore or something like that. She didn't know me from Adam. But thank God, because of the accent in the Caribbean, I didn't understand her. So she kept calling me a whore. Ha, 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 joke, joke, joke. And we were in a contained room with like six girls. She kept calling me out my face. And we were playing loud music, so I was just dancing to the music. And one of the other women said, Tracy, I don't know why she's calling you this. I like you. And I said, what is she calling me? I'm like, child, I don't understand the language anyway. So what difference does it make? So Spirit knew. Spirit was in the little girl. And when I say little girl, they're all in their early 30s, mid 30s. Spirit was in the little girl. And for some reason, she thought it was okay to call me a whore. Like, I'm your mother, right? Probably grandmother if I had a child at 15. Any case. So I thought, oh, that's kind of mean to myself. And I said, well, I don't understand the language anyway. Why did spirit then jump into the other woman? She was not taking care of me when she said, I really like you. Why is she calling you a whore? No, bitch. I know when spirit jumps. Spirit jumped into you. And then you had to tell me because spirit was like, oh, this bitch isn't getting it. She can't be that protected. So we're going to talk in her language now. We're going to have her hear us. And so the other bitch picked up spirit's evil energy. And I was like, oh my God, if you only knew. Here's what I can tell you. When the woman went to clarify what this was a mature woman. When the mature woman went to clarify what the younger woman did, it's only because spirit jumped. That's the only reason why. This is spiritual. Spirit jumped in her to give it to me in the language I could hear it, which was clearer. I just don't understand the dialect. So she speaks both dialects. And so she gave it to me in a stateside kind of communication where I could understand it. But then I questioned God. I said, God, why would spirit jump in her though? Because to me, she looked like she was qualified. And I said, why would spirit jump in her? But the fact that spirit jumped in her told me that she was not okay. And then I found out that from a previous company, she had stole from her job. Spirit's going to jump if you do bad things. Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. So you can't act like you're like high and mighty. You can't act like you're so pretty. You do bad things, spirit, your back is wide open for spirit to jump into. And spirit jumped into her. And I looked at the two of them and I was like, oh. And then spirit let me know how it was possible because she's a thief. Yeah, child. Yes, Tracy, it's annoying. What's annoying? Hi, Miss Baby Doll. Clarify to me what's annoying. But getting back to Carlito, once you see, that's how I got on this subject. It was because of you, Carlito. Sorry. And once I saw that she could call me a whore and she doesn't know me, like literally, I met her days within that week. You calling me a whore? So what do you want me to do? Did you want me to fight so I can lose my job? Like, I'm not sure what happened. Do you want me to scream and yell? Bitch, I'm okay with being a whore. You don't know me. You don't know what I may have had to done to survive. Dead ass. You want to call me out my face? I'm going to accept it because you don't know my history. I'm not, and by the way, I never whored out. But I might have slept for a McDonald's hamburger. I'm kidding. Have I slept for a McDonald's hamburger? Maybe back in the day. I was stupid enough to do that dumb shit. Anywho, she was fired too. And of course, I'm not saying it's because of me. I'm saying it was because of me. The fuck? I got the spiritual energy that, wait, you think the light shines on me the way it does? You think that's an accident? No, it's me. Okay, I'm kidding, by the way. I don't really think I am. Anywho, at some point, the leader of this free world that's fucking everything up pulled everybody, and so we all lost our jobs simultaneous. This is months later. We all lost our job. Why I lose my job? And the same little girl that called me a whore, that found out that I was a psychic, that same little bitch went to join me on a group WhatsApp feed. I took myself right out. I took myself right out the feed. And one of my other friends was like, I saw where you left. Yes. I don't step into that energy. They don't know who they are. I do. I live in my power. So yeah, I pulled myself out. Pulled myself out. Period. That's nasty work. It's nasty because, and here's the reason why some of us have problems with intimate relationships. When we have problems with intimate relationships, like being manipulated, a lot of times those types of people sleep around. And when you sleep with a lot of people, what's the movie Sinners? When you sleep with a lot of people, the intimate act of either the intercourse or sleeping next to you, they will suck your energy out. They will become succubus. And no, I don't know these people, and I'm out. I'm out. I'm good. And that's one of the mistakes we have with our intimate relationships. When you're dealing with master manipulators, bums, sometimes jailbirds, sorry guys, because God knows what goes on sexually behind those walls. Like it's ritualistic sometimes, and it's evil. Y'all want to talk about Epstein, but the shit that goes on in jails, and y'all want to wonder why these men don't care about women. They don't care about each other. Dead ass. Oh, I mean, it's just bad energy, and something will get in. And when you do bad things, any bad things, the opportunity for spirit to jump in you is high. And you'll be walking around looking at someone like this is your family member that you know, but it's not. Something evil entered, and they're enjoying that space in that body. I don't know. Am I doing too much today? Is everybody am I getting through to people? That's what I'm saying. How you gonna call? Girl, I could have made you. How you gonna call me a hoe? And you didn't even use the word right. Like, girl, get educated on top of everything else. Ciao. Let me tell you something. Nothing phases me. If somebody call me a bitch, boom, love it. Call me a hoe, which no one ever did. That was the first time. I'm not going to have any words for you under no circumstances. I'm not going to deny it. Why would I deny it? You don't know my history. You don't know me. A hoe could be anything. And sometimes you hoe for survival. Dead ass. Hi. Let's play the next one.
How to do. It's simple. Watch this.
This is the number one thing you've got to do if you want to move to the new earth. Let all of the karma go. You know, it's a game. A lot of people like to push your buttons, and they know what to say and what to do to set you off. If you want to go with the new earth, first you got to get rid of karma. Remember I said karma holds you with the old earth. You have to come back and repeat. You got to get rid of the karma. First thing to do with that is to forgive. Don't hold on to anything anymore. It doesn't matter. What if you had a terrible childhood? What if you had parents that abused you? Let it go. What if you had a bad marriage? Let it go. It's no longer important. Holding on to it, you create karma that holds you, and you have to turn back and come back again and again and again. Release it, let it go, it's not worth it. The way to release it, you can't do it face to face, forgiving people. Sometimes it's too difficult. Sometimes the person you're still holding on to and angry at has died. So what you do is you do it mentally. Picture that person in your mind, whether they're alive or dead, picture that person in your mind, and you say, remember you made contracts when I said earlier when you come in here? They're playing their part. So when you picture them in your mind and you say, we tried, we really tried, it's not working. Let's tear up the contract and see yourself tearing up the contract and throwing it away. It's not easy, but this is what you have to do. Then mentally say to the person, I forgive you,
Yes.
I release you,
Yes.
I let you go. You go your way with love, I go my way. We don't have to be connected anymore at all. And you got to mean it.
Yeah.
It's not easy, but it'll work. When you do that, they no longer have any hold on you. They can't push your buttons. Once you do that, you release them and let them go, they can't push your buttons anymore. They may try, but it's not going to work. It's not important to you anymore. You want to come back and do it again with those same people? That's the law if you don't release them and let them go. Forgive these people and then try not to make any more.
So there's a part where she said during the very end, you don't want to come back and do this with these people again. So it turns out that spiritually we recycle each other, right? So that's really important to release the contract today in this living, because this is the lesson that you're getting today. You wouldn't have had this lesson 50 years ago, right? Because depending upon where you were, what ethnicity you were surviving in a very rugged type of emotional community. But today, life is softer, and you have the ability to take in things and make better decisions. And so, because we recycle one another, we recycle friends, we recycle same family members, right? And because we do that, you can take this time in this world and say to anyone, living or past, let's end this. I'm not recycling in this cycle with you anymore. I release, I let go. And when you begin, and have someone in your mind's eye, like you might have to be like, okay, this person. Okay, now I know it's you too. Now I got to say it with this person. Have someone in your mind's eye, but also it might take practice. Like you might have to keep saying it until you believe it, right? A ballerina doesn't become a ballerina unless she does the same steps over and over and over, because before she can lift that leg up, right? And no one expects her to lift that leg up. You do the same motion over and over and over. And then the teacher says, go higher. And then you go higher, go higher. Your teacher might keep you at that level for a year. That's emotional strength. That's how you grow emotionally. I don't want you to take a year to release people, but it's called practice. So, for everyone that's watching right now, if you're in a safe place, let's do that last part over, right? Let's decide that there is someone in your mind's eye that you need to release. Take a moment, think about the person, because even thinking about the person and saying, oh my God, I have to prepare to release you hurts. I also want to add, before we start that part of this session, I also want to add that for those of you that are in a karmic cycle that you find hard to break, if you have boys, the cycle's broken. Boys do not pass on the mitochondria. You literally break the family cycle when you birth a boy. If you have no children, you break the family cycle. And sometimes that is the sacrifice. The sacrifice is to not have children. For a lot of people, they just don't know why. But what they are saying to the universe, I can't do this with these people, with this family, I'm done, right? And that's the way of acknowledging you're not recycling in your family anymore. So when you have boys, you cut the cycle spiritually of reinvesting in your family. But you also want to make sure that when you pass over, you do not sign up with these people ever again. And you might have to practice that right now. Because one person reads the memo, the other person doesn't. You both came in to accomplish something together. That could be relationship, that could be children, that could be aunts and uncles. Somebody fucked up. Like, this is not living in a Hawaiian island where everyone works together. That's not what happened, right? A lot of us lost our African tribal connectivity. And even today in Africa, the tribal connectivity is not together. Like, it got lost by pulling us away, which they don't know this. By us getting pulled away, they lost themselves. Dead ass. So it doesn't surprise me when I see the women, especially Black women, but I'm going to say women in general, flourishing and growing and sticking to something in their memory that they remembered and being single and loving it. That's the empowerment that we need to give to all women. I need to give it as a 63-year-old woman and really celebrate women that are not creating a lifestyle that's demanded by politicians or society. I celebrate women when they say, I do not want to have children. I celebrate that. I agree with it all. I hate when people stare at me. I agree with it wholeheartedly. I'm like, good for you. And if you don't know it, when you have boys, you're cutting the, especially if you just have a boy. If you just have a boy, or you just have 3 boys or 4 boys, you're cutting the karmic ties that bind. So I know it's all very profound. Like, that's why it's so important for us to talk and enjoy these conversations, especially on Spiritual Sunday. Like, this is the opportunity for us to grow and grow together. And that's why I come to you all like, listen, I know I'm following God's right. I know this, but I don't want to be alone. So I always ask for permission. I'm like, God, can I talk to people on this topic? And God's like, yeah, they're going to get something out of it. Okay. I'm not the most educated, but I'm the most caring, the most spiritual, the one that's going to help you get through your toxic relationships, the one that's going to help you to say, yeah, today it stops. And you don't have to say it in a way where you take somebody and unalive them. You can just say, stop, I'm good. Leave, change the locks, do whatever it takes. Just, it's okay to respond better for your mental health. Okay, I'm over it, but it is profound. Thank you, sweetie. Well, let's go over it one more time. And at the point where she starts this communication on how to stop this, I'm going to pause it. And then I'm going to ask you to look at someone in your mind's eye, bring them in, and talk to them. Oh, I got the hiccups now.
To do. It's simple. Watch this.
This is the number one thing you've got to do if you want to move to the new earth. Let all of the karma go. You know, it's a game. A lot of people like to push your buttons, and they know what to say and what to do to set you off. If you want to go with the new earth, first you got to get rid of karma. Remember I said karma holds you with the old earth. You have to come back and repeat. You got to get rid of the karma. First thing to do that with that is to forgive. Don't hold on to anything anymore. It doesn't matter. What if you had a terrible childhood? What if you had parents that abused you? Let it go. What if you had a bad marriage? Let it go. It's no longer important. Holding on to it, you create karma that holds you, and you have to turn back and come back again and again and again. Release it, let it go. It's not worth it. The way to release it, you can't do it face to face, forgiving people. Sometimes it's too difficult. Sometimes the person you're still holding on to and angry at has died. So what you do is
Okay, so we're going to get to someone in your mind's eye, either dead or living. Find peace as you bring them in to your mind's eye. It's time to deal with everything that you've gone through in your childhood, everything that you've gone through in your marriage, everything that you've gone through in your lifetime. For right now, we're just going to choose one person. And again, dead or alive, doesn't matter. Put them in your mind's eye and talk to them. And if you want, you could say their name. That also solidifies who you think you're talking to. So I'm going to mute myself, and then we're going to listen intently. Let's begin.
do it mentally. Picture that person in your mind, whether they're alive or dead. Picture that person in your mind, and you say, remember you made contracts when I said earlier when you come in here, they're playing their part? So when you picture them in your mind and you say, we tried, we really tried, it's not working. Let's tear up the contract. And see yourself tearing up the contract and throwing it away. It's not easy, but this is what you have to do. Then mentally say to the person, I forgive you, I release you, I let you go. You go your way with love, I go my way. We don't have to be connected anymore at all. And you got to mean it. It's not easy, but it'll work. When you do that, they no longer have any hold on you. They can't push your buttons. Once you do that, you release them and let them go, they can't push your buttons anymore. They may try, but it's not going to work. It's not important to you anymore. You want to come back and do it again with those same people? That's the law if you don't release them and let them go. Forgive these people, and then try not to make any more.
All right. Did you guys try it? Did anybody give themselves an opportunity to release someone? I did it, and it didn't hurt so bad. The second time. Didn't hurt so bad. But I do mean it, so. All right. Let me know who's tried it. I want to know. On to the next video.
To know this, contracts can be broken. Even the ones sealed with sigils, even the ones you signed without knowing the true cost. When you put your name on paper, they embed hidden symbols that harvest your energy. But here's the truth. You're a divine. Your soul cannot be owned, and what you did not consciously consent to cannot bind you once you awaken. How do you break it? With intention, with word, with embodiment. Speak it out loud. I revoke any contract made in ignorance. I reclaim my energy, my creativity, my soul. What was taken without consent is null and void. Then move in alignment. Stop feeding the system your worship, your fear, your silence. Every step you take in truth severs the cord. They use witchcraft to bind, but you are the original magic. The power is already in your DNA.
Yes. Yes. I love that. Oh, did you try it? Not so serious? Aw, good for you. I honor that space with you. Good for you. Okay, this is going to go on, guys. I'm not going to stop until I get all these videos out. I don't want to have to repeat this again. If I repeat, it's going to be in a different form. Now, what's this? What is this? Oh, this is something else. I do like this, though, and it really did work. A little game to play. We could play it in the end.
Are soul contracts. A soul contract is merely a decision that your two souls have made before coming to this world to support each other's process of perfection. All soul contracts, even the ones that appear negative or toxic to you, serve a divine purpose. People ask, how do I break a soul contract? You cannot break a contract, but you can avoid or delay the contract, which means also you are delaying its inevitable lessons and miracles that will come from it. However, to move forward and experience a life of blessings, you should fulfill your soul contract by fully accepting and learning why it's in your life. It starts with acceptance. If every relationship is divinely created and rubber stamped by your soul before coming here, then we must realize it has a purpose to elevate you. If they keep coming back, it means your lessons haven't been learned quite yet. If a version of them keep coming back, it means there is something in me that must change on a deep soul level. Here is a mantra to help fulfill, not break, soul contracts. I accept this person in my life fully and agree with the divine plan to have them in my life. I desire to know what I must learn and change to fulfill my soul's purpose with this person. I understand my ego is trying to push this person away, but I want to know now what must be changed within me.
Okay, so there's partial truths to this. There's a lot to soul contract cutting, right? You are definitely in alignment with someone else when you meet up. So let's say it's a marriage. You're definitely in alignment. But what if evil walks in? You had a contract with this type of character. When evil walked in because of something they did that you were unaware of, you no longer have a contract with the evil that walked in. You are allowed to break that contract with that thing that walked in. So I put that in there because that's the type of person spiritually that will trick you. That's a trickster. That was evil. What you just saw, that was evil. For someone to say that you cannot break a contract, the fuck are you talking about? Everything we do, we can break an apartment contract, we break a job contract, we break What are you talking about? You can't break a contract. You absolutely can break a contract. Are you supposed to learn something from someone that comes in and it doesn't work out? Do you become stronger because a man keeps fighting you every day? Okay, learn my lesson. I'm not staying with anyone. No, break the contract. But do you see how there are people out there that will teach you to stay in evil, stay in negativity, and think that's a divine purpose? That is not a divine purpose. You break those soul contracts. You break them. Because sometimes we put ourselves in a soul contract. Have you ever done that? We're like, well, I'm married now, so I might as well stay married. What? No, you're lying to yourself because that is not what God is asking you to do. It's okay to admit that you made a mistake and married a jackass. leave, break it. Never talk to the jackass ever again. And do it with God. God, hey, I did everything I could in this relationship. I'm out. You know what God's going to say to you? I was waiting for you to acknowledge that. And what if that was your lesson? Get out. Do not listen to someone like that. Everybody that's spiritual or has a ethnicity that creates that automatic spiritual sense, that person was talking from an evil place. You break soul contracts. Right, beautiful baby. Oh, she says, yeah, I didn't like that one too much. It's like you have to suffer because that's the divine purpose. That's what they told us in slavery. And oh, just wait, you're going to get to the glory of God by, picking cotton. Fuck you. No. I'm about to unalive my master because I'm going to live here. I'm about to unalive my master and run in the woods, in the fields. You'd have to have a wanted thing. I can't believe, there's no way I was in slavery. There's no way. I can't picture it. I just can't picture it. Or I died early. I know that much. No. I want to replay it just to teach a lesson, but fuck it. I'm not going to replay it. He doesn't have ownership in this space. But I played it for you to understand that everyone that you are seeing in social media is not healthy for you. So be careful. Every pastor you see is not healthy for you. So be careful. Unalive and run. That's what I would have done if I was in slavery. So I know I died in slavery. I'm telling you right now. So my battery's about to lose itself. Do I have battery on my phone? All right. I didn't think we would stay this long, child. Be wise with who you listen to and what you take in. Thank you. Thank you, because that shit right there, that was not spiritual. That was controlling. That was a master manipulation. All right. Seriously. Because I'm already running out of battery. And there was somebody's that I wanted to play. Let's play hers.
To forgive the other person. Now, it doesn't matter. You don't have to do it face to face. That is too difficult. Sometimes the person that you're still holding on to these hopes things died. So you do it mentally to that person. You picture them in your mind. And you say, we tried, we really tried, it didn't work. I'm tearing up the contract because you made a contract for that person. I'm tearing up the contract and throwing it away. You see yourself doing that. And you say, I forgive you, I release you, I let you go. You go your way with love, I go my way. We don't have to be connected anymore at all.
All right, everyone. I actually might have to do this in 2 parts. I'm running out of battery. I'm not in my safe place. I've got a lot more videos and I can definitely add more videos. I can do it this week or I could save it for Spiritual Sunday next week. Doesn't really matter to me. I hope I helped today. I hope you learn to grow in your spiritual power and then you learn to stand in it. I hope you have faith in God. I hope you stand in faith. I think when things are falling apart, let it. No one asks you to save everything. It takes 2 to tango, and if both parties aren't in it, you could save it for now, but it'll fall apart later anyways. So sometimes you just have to look at the situation and let it dissolve and pick up again where you left off. And it'll be painful. It'll be hurtful. You'll be emotional. But you'll get up and you'll go to work. It's funny how you always find a way to go to work, though. You'll get up and you go to work because digitally you will know that what is falling apart needs to. You may not want it to. You may want to stop it. You may want to seize the moment and tell someone, like, don't do this. Don't cheat on me. Don't leave me. Come home. Don't go hanging out with your boys on a guy's weekend. By the way, the guy's weekend is weird. When guys go on a guy's weekend, I'm telling you, I think they're all gay. I do. I think it's just a way to be intimate with one another. I really believe that. I really believe that. So if I get a man that says, I need to go on a guy's weekend, I'm like, you're going to stay there. Don't come home. Don't come home. They sleep with prostitutes on guys' weekends. They sleep with each other. Don't come home. I'm not doing it with you. Sorry. This will be the end. Oh, I did help. Oh, you were at the park listening the whole time? Oh, very refreshing. Oh, thank you so much. If anybody wants a reading with me, contact me. Oh, by the way, all of this allegedly, in my opinion, I forgot to put that up. Contact me, 213-458-7408. And subscribe, follow, like. I also have an all Leo channel for anybody that's a Leo. Learn to follow that channel. TikTok and Instagram. Learn to follow TikTok and Instagram. I used to have a lot of followers on TikTok, but I cursed too much, so they canceled my account. And then I was like, I don't care if they cancel my account. I don't like TikTok anyway. And then TikTok contacted me, and they're like, oh, we gave you your account back. I didn't even want it back, but now I do like TikTok. So follow me on TikTok and help me to grow on TikTok. But especially on this YouTube channel, help me to grow. Like, we got to love this type of output, right? We got to have good Sundays. Start the week off right? So this literally is Spirituality Sunday. And it's a good topic. Oh, no, Rita, go back and watch it. You are late, but go back and watch it. You're going to love it when you go back and watch it. All right, everyone, I love you. Thank you for trusting me. And I still got to come back. I got to do readings, so you're going to see me again. Actually, I don't know if I'm coming back. I can upload the other readings. I might upload today the horoscopes. I got horoscopes to do, so I can do them private and then upload them. So this might be the only one for the day, unless I get inspired by Ezra and he wants to do some readings. Who knows? I love you. Take it easy. Bye. Call me for your own personal reading. Hold on. 213-458-7408 and subscribe to this channel. Bye.
In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare. She can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown lived the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody so pure and strong. In her presence we know we belong.